Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish word of the day is Friday, which is the Swedish fredag. 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 So today I'm going to review and show you guys some looks using the Kaleidos Makeup Futurism Collection. Oh my god, that was a tongue twister, like futurism. It sounds like zoom, like futurism. Before we hop into the video, I just want to point out that I got sent this entire kit, so I have not paid for it. I got it in PR, but I'm not sponsored to do this video. I'm not obligated to do this video or anything, to post anything about it. They saw my will I buy it video and was asking me if I wanted the collection, and I was like, yeah, I kind of do. So yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to Kaleidos if they are watching this video. Kaleidos, I have no idea, I'm so sorry. Also, one thing before we hop into the video is that Kaleidos is a little indie brand, but they had to change their name due to copyright strikes or copyright issues. I don't really know, but they informed me about this. So they previously was called Kaleidos Cosmetics, but now they are called Kaleidos Makeup. So I will link to the website down below just so you'll find the correct website. It's not an affiliate link, it's not anything like that, it's just the link to the website. If not, you can just search kaleidosmakeup.com, but there is another website I did find out that is called Kaleido Cosmetics, so exactly the same thing but without an S. And also that one is called Cosmetics and this one is called Makeup, just so you guys know. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the brand. So when I found out about them, that was actually from a friend here on YouTube, Angelica Lyremar, that I will link down below. But she reviewed and did looks using their Deep Sea Luster palette. And when I saw that palette, I was shocked. So I'll have a little picture right here on the palette so you can see it, but I thought that the shimmer looked gorgeous. They looked like nothing I had ever seen or tried before. So when I saw that they were coming out with a new collection, I was like, maybe, I don't know, maybe. By the way, I will link Angelica in my description box, and I will of course link to the video that I was referring to. So I just want to say that this package was huge when it came, not huge, okay, but it was bigger than I thought. But it had so much bubble wrap around it. Like it wasn't even bubble wrap, it was like plastic that they had filled air with. It was like 2 layers of that so that nothing would break. And then this beautiful box was inside of it, and when you opened it up, it actually had this little, it had, okay, I'm not gonna do a bowl, but it had this on top of it as well, which was so pretty. And for the past year, I think I've said that, oh, I don't care about packaging. You know what? I do. I take it all back. I do, because I have realized something, that I reach for products with cuter packaging than products that doesn't have cute packaging. So I just wanted to say that I changed my mind, and I'm allowed to do so. So it comes like this, and then you open it up. It has a big, I'm gonna show it like this. It has a magnetic. I'm sorry if I'm looking in the viewfinder, but I just want to see that you are in frame. You open it up. I had a card right here that I've actually saved. It was a handwritten card, and I'm not gonna read it to you because it's personal. And then you open it up and it looks like this. And this is all of the palettes. So you get 3 palettes. You get the one Sci-fi green, you get the second one which is Cyber Bronze, and then you get the third one which is Astro-Pink. Each of these palettes retail for $24 each, but you can also purchase them as a bundle for $59. This collection is going to launch on April 20th, so in a couple of days or in a week or so it's going to launch. And I have done a look using every single palette. So I started off using the Astro-Pink, yesterday I used the Astro Green, and today I'm having the Cyber Bronze palette on my eyes. So this is technically a first impression, but it is also a review because I've only used each palette once, but I've used their products 3 times. Hope that makes sense. So I just wanted to take out all of the palettes and show you. So you guys know I am cruelty free, and therefore I've never tried anything from Pat McGrath before because she is not cruelty free. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, this is like Pat McGrath vibes. So first and foremost, it comes in this little carton box, and then you open it up and it looks like this, and you open this up. So this is a magnetic. It says Futurism 1 Sci-fi green, and then you open it up. You have a mirror, and then the palette, and it also comes with this little slip. I'm not gonna do live swatches on each and every palette because that is gonna take too much of this video, since I decided to include my 3 looks in this video as well. But I will have pictures that I took with these like stencil swatches, and I will have them on the screen right now, but they will be unedited, so you will see the unedited pictures, but I will probably edit them for Instagram, just so you guys know. Nothing is edited right here, and the metallic swatch like nothing I've ever touched before, I'm just gonna say that, but the mattes needed a little bit building up. You guys know I love Amy Loves Makeup, and she also got this collection in PR, and she has a video up with her live swatching each and every palette, and she also has it where she compared this to the Melt Gemini palette because they are very, very similar. So I'll link Amy down below as well, so you can go ahead and check out her video, and I will of course link her video as well. Next up is Cyber Bronze, and this is what I have on my eyes today. The slip fell out, but yeah, this is what this looks like. So pretty. And then the last palette is Astro-Pink, which, slip fell out again, looks like this. In this collection there are no repeat shades, which I thought was brilliant of them, that I really like that. You could argue that maybe the blacks are a little bit similar, because you do have one in the first, is this the first? Yes, this is the first, Sci-fi green, and then Astro-Pink. But this one is all matte, and then this one has glitter in it. So I thought that I would go ahead and talk about my opinions overall about the entire collection, and then go into each and every palette, and then in the end we can do the tutorial part. So I'm gonna start off talking a little bit about this one. No, first and foremost, I hate these slippers that comes in the palette. That is the one con I have. So I think that I'm actually just gonna glue them down. Also, it's really hard to know. I realized that when opening up the packages, I realized that I have no idea how these are gonna lay in the palettes, because they can go either way. But I kind of quickly came to realize that it has to be like this. So because this shade, the black one, is called Dark Side, so it has to be this one, I think. But I think that I will just glue them on the back of the palettes, just because I do YouTube, but otherwise I would actually throw them out. So this palette is gorgeous. This is a beautiful green palette, and this is everything that I wanted from the Melt Gemini palette. They have kind of taken all of the shades that I wanted from the Melt Gemini palette and put into this one. I don't think that I would change anything about this palette, if I'm gonna be totally honest. I even love the gold that was in this palette. I thought that it was beautiful. So I didn't have any problems with this palette. Well, I had one problem with the black, because when swatching it, I mean, you can see that this is a super pigmented black, and I'll say that, there it is, and I'll say this, that I'm not the most experienced when it comes to black eyeshadow. So I actually went in with kind of a fluffy brush in my look, and it became not that pigmented and a little bit muddy, like it sort of blended into this shade that I had. No, this shade that I had. That is my one con, but it could also be me. And I need to show you this. So look at this. This is my little, I don't know what this is called, so I just usually call fuck you finger. But just look at this. Nothing on here, and just rubbing it in. Look at this. I have never worked with shimmers that are this foiled. Never. It looks like I have a wet finger. I truly have nothing that can compare to this. Nothing. So next up, we're gonna talk about what's on my eyes today, which is the Cyber Bronze palette. Looking at this online, I was like, it's a cute neutral palette, but getting this in real life, Clean fingers again. I need to swatch the red that I have on my eyes because I realized when having this lipstick on, it doesn't look as red on the eyes as it does in real life. Look at this red and silver. Oh my gosh. Look at that. If you love silver, this is the silver to get. A couple of months ago, I talked about the fact that Linda Hallberg was coming out with a new Metallic Secrets palette, the number 2, like her second one. And I wanted the red to be this red. That is the main reason why I didn't purchase it, because the red and the green from her was a little bit more black based and I wanted it to be this red. I have no shades, nothing to compare to this red. I have no true red metallic foiled shade in my entire collection, so I'm so happy about this. This palette is phenomenal, have nothing to complain about. Okay, this this shade might have been a little bit patchy, just ever so slightly, but that is because I do my techniques, you know, I stamp it in, and usually all mattes that I work with is a little bit patchy when I do that because it gets a little bit uneven, because when you place the brush down you get the most pigment, and then when you try to swipe it away it leaves the most pigment there. So I wouldn't say that it's the palette, but you will see that in the tutorial part, I think. So just wanted to mention that. Now my favorite is the last one. This is the Astro-Pink. You guys know I love shades like this. I love my pinky shades. I love this blue shade. I love this purple. This is what Amy called in her video blurple. I have never heard that before because she describes it as a mix of a purple and a blue. This and then this. Oh, sorry, that one. I mean, hello. Hello from the other side. So the blue has a little bit of sort of a black base to it, but it is a really pretty blue. You will see that in the tutorial part as well. These are, they are phenomenal. But you can see that the black has glitter in it, and I will say that I did use the black. I think I've used every single shade in every palette. Yes, I've used every single shadow in this collection. So I have included all 6 shades in every look. I'm proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so the black is like every glitter black. I get in love with them when I see them, but I know that this, when you pick it up and then just tap it off, the glitter goes away. So this will perform like a black with glitter in it. Like it will perform like a normal black. Just tap the glitter off and you'll be fine. I get why they did it, because they didn't want to have 2 blacks in the same collection, so I can understand that. And this shade will stain you. This will stain you. It felt like working with it, it was a little bit of more a cream shade. It's not a cream shade because when touching it and feeling it, it doesn't look like a cream. And I know that some of these shades looks like they have hard pan, but they don't. One thing I will say when working with these shimmers is that when you go in with a brush, go in with some form of, you know, brush like this. So for instance, a smaller concealer brush like this, or something like this, or something like this. Just a small concealer brush of some sort that is stiff, that has grip to it, something like this. And what I usually do is that I take the brush and I put it into the shade and drag 1, 2, and then try to apply it. This will not work with these shadows. What you tend to do, or what you need to do, is to take the brush, put it into the shimmer, and do round circle shades or round circle motions, and then apply it. Then you'll see that your brush will pick up so much, you won't get a lot of fallout, but you'll get a little bit of fallout, so just tap that off before going in with it and you'll be fine. So I had to do a little bit of math, and when counting on it, if you would pay full price for all of these 3 palettes, you would get you would have to pay $72, but now you get it for $13 less if you buy it as a bundle. I think that actually for my collection, I would rank them as, and you'll be surprised, but this is my favorite. So the first one that I used, then it's actually this one, just because of that red. I love it. It's the 2 years ago, I think it was, I started buying all of these different red shades because I wanted a true metallic red. And then I purchased so many singles from H&M, and I purchased from Inglot, and I purchased all of these different palettes and everything just because I wanted to find a true red metallic and matte. Couldn't find a metallic. And then lastly, I would say this one, but that is because I have so many greens in my collection at the moment. I collected so many greens at one point, so I feel kind of set with my green collection. So that is why I would rank them like this. Maybe a while back I would rank this the highest, like maybe 6 months ago I would rank this the highest. So just my overall opinions. The mattes, they are fine. I think that the mattes are good. I think that their mattes are good or easy to use. If you are a beginner or a pro, I think you would think that they are okay. I think that you would think that they are fine. I think that the shimmers is what really is impressing when it comes to these, because they are so wet. Nothing in my collection can compare to this. This is by far the top favorites I've had. This is, oh, they're so pretty. I have used glitter glue with every single shadow, just so you know, or with every single foiled shade. But I will also say that you will hate these shimmers if you pick them up with something of a fluffier brush, because they will not stick. You have to apply them with your finger if you do. Because you cannot go in with something that is fluffy. I've seen this all the time with a lot of beginners and so on that go in with these sort of brushes, or the smaller ones from Real Techniques. No, you need something flat, something that can really pack it on and then apply it. I would say at this point we have so many eyeshadows. I know that if you're watching this, you're probably somewhat of a makeup collector or somewhat of a makeup lover, and I would say you don't need all three. I guess that you can find a lot of these shades within your collection. I would say pick the one or two that is the most unique to your collection, but if I had to pick, I would buy them all. I would buy them all for sure. Hands down, no questions asked. After seeing Amy's video, I know that I would have gone to the website and I have been like setting an alarm for when they launched, because they are that good. I kid you not. Best foils ever. Ever. I'm gonna quit talking and we're gonna hop into the tutorial part. So I'm gonna use all palettes, but that is gonna be me in the future because I haven't recorded that yet. So this is gonna be voiceover. So yeah, let's hop into that. So first and foremost, I'm not as loud as I usually am, but that is because Nicholas is asleep. So I'm trying to be a little bit quiet so I can let him sleep. But we're starting off with the palette Sci-fi Green, which is the first one. And then we're gonna use the second palette and then the third one. I thought it would be the best way to put this video up like that. So I started off using the shade E.T. and then I started blending it out with the shade Smog, and then finally I took the shade Radioactive, which is the yellow shade, and I think that they perform very well together. Like you can see, they blend out beautifully together, so I didn't have any problem with that. Dark Side, which is the black shade, I'm taking under my eyes and kind of just stamping it in, and then I'm gonna blend it out using the green shades and then the yellow. The black shade is the one that I said could be a little bit muddy, but you have to remember as well that I went in with a really fluffy brush. Like this is a pencil brush and it didn't really pick up the black shade as well. You also have to remember that this is a first impression because I only used this black once, so I don't really know if the black is the best, but you can see that it kind of looks a little bit muddy. Then I went in with the shimmer shade that is called Glamora, and you can see that I'm stunned because these shimmers, I've never worked with anything like it. They are phenomenal. I took the shade Nuclear in my inner corner, which is the gold, and then you guys already know this. I don't like the harsh lines, so I'm just trying to blend the shimmer and the metallic together, and I think it worked beautifully. Then we're going to take the Cyber Bronze palette, which was a real shocker to me because on the promo pictures, I didn't really think that this palette was that special, but in person, I'm loving it. So I'm starting off using that really warm brown that is called U2K. I hope that is the correct name anyway. And I'm doing this very smoked out shape that I've been doing for a little bit. I will say they will not look the same on both my eyes. That is kind of the struggle I'm having, but I tried anyway. I'm then gonna blend it out using the shade Droid, which is the lightest brown in the palette. And then I'm gonna fill it in using the shade Carbon, which is the darkest brown.
Starting to get used to it, think I'll survive. I met you in the summer, when you left it was cold. Said we loved one another, guess that we were wrong. I met you in the summer, our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you, I'm so alone. I met you in the
Now you can see how incredible this red is. This is the shade in Faded, I think it's called. And look at this. As I said, I have nothing like this in my entire collection. They really came through using this. And I wanted to use the silver as well, which is called Plasma. So I just took it in my inner corner. Then the shade Quantum, which is the final shade in the palette, I took in my outer corner, but I didn't like it, so I didn't do that on the other eye actually. I kind of just blended the brown over it, but I used it anyway. But you can see now, pairing this with a red lipstick wasn't maybe the best, because it really pulls away from the red on my eyes. It doesn't look as red, but it's one of my favorite shades in my entire collection. Then for my personal favorite, which is the Astro-Pink color or palette, I started off using the lightest shade, which is called Lunar, and then I took the shade Nebula, which is this beautiful purple, and just started blending and packing it on. And I thought that this shade performed like a cream shade. It was really interesting to work with. I really enjoyed that shade. But yeah, then I blended it out using the shade Stardust, and I'm so weak to shades like this. They're beautiful. I did take the black, but I did tap my brush off so I would get all of the glitter off, and you can see that there's no glitter on my eyes. And then on my lid, I really wanted to take this beautiful shade called Neptune. This shade, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Some people said that it was a dupe for the blue in the Fornication palette, perhaps, but I would still say that they are pretty similar. No, pretty different, I mean. And don't ask me which my favorite is, because I cannot answer that. Then I took the shade Light Year, and that is one of my favorites ever. Oh my god, this entire palette is pure perfection. Pure perfection. And that is my 3 looks.
I met you in the summer, when you left it was cold. Said we loved one another, guess that we were wrong. I met you in the summer, our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you, I'm so alone.
And that was all from me today. Let me know which palette is your favorite out of these 3. I mean, just packaging alone is like, oh, gorgeous. I love that they spent so much time on the packaging, because this is by far some of the most beautiful palettes I've ever seen in my entire life. Not even joking, like, the magnetic is sturdy, everything is just so nice. So I need to shut up now, but I will use these so many more times because they are phenomenal. They're phenomenal, definitely. They stick out and they will be huge. I think that they have around 2,000 followers on Instagram, but they will be huge. Mark my words. That was all from me today. I'm so sorry that this video was so long, but I was just so excited, so I kind of needed to say everything, and I felt like I did. So yeah, that was all from me today. Let me know if you're gonna pick anything up, and please let me know which is your favorite palette out of this entire collection. I would love to know, like, which is the one that is pulling you in the most. As I said, that was all from me today. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, dislike the video if you didn't like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.